Day 3 playing Etheria Restart, and oh boy, I have made so many mistakes that I want to share with you also that we can learn from each other. My name is Pliyo and I love covering gacha games, so if you like this type of thing, please consider throwing a like and subscribe to the channel. Now, at the moment, at the time of recording this video, I'm level 37, and let me tell you, biggest mistakes. Number one, don't use your stamina pots. Oh my god, I was so thirsty. I was like, ooh! I was using them non-stop like they were cookies, and I have learned my lesson. At some point, it's only natural. At some point, we will have an event with giving us more items. So it's better to save them for when those events come, and instead use the red crystals. And I'm max refreshing my red crystals, and I will say max refreshing is the most important thing we can do right now at the moment. Even as a free to play, max refreshing, like stamina, is gonna really help you progress your account way faster than pulls ever will, especially at the beginning. In the future, it will change. But it's key that we get to level 40 or at least level 35 as soon as possible to start farming the better shells. Speaking of shells and speaking of modules, oh my god, I was so lost at the beginning and I made so many silly mistakes. First of all, there is these icons, right? Which it will be obvious to you, but for me it wasn't. These icons are the sets. At the beginning, I was like leveling things to level 15, things that I shouldn't have leveled to level 15. Massive mistakes, save, go until level 9 at most. Wait, be patient. I wasn't patient. I wasn't patient, and it cost me so much currency. Look at this. This is like I'm poor because I was, you know, silly. So pay attention to this, and also on the shells, pay attention to these icons because I didn't realize that shells, Pokemons also have icons, and I was like leveling up things right, left, and center. Massive mistakes. So it's really important to plan and to level things only when they are extremely useful for at least the first month. So like, especially for like your support units, you want to farm Swift Rush, and for your DPS, you want to farm either Onslaught or Harvest, probably Onslaught. For your healer, you want to farm Cure. All the rest, probably you're not going to need at this stage. Now, another massive mistake is don't over-index on SSR units. So sometimes I go crazy and I think, oh, SSR, I need SSR. No, no, no. SSR, you don't need SSR units. The key actually, probably the number one reason why I love this game, well, first of all, is because we have PvP. Second reason is because SR units are the most important units. So my personal recommendation is build Marvel or Kraken. You choose. One of these two is gonna help you so much in PvP and PvE content. Gray, Dina, and Sania are my second recommendations. But also you have people like Dieting that are one-shotting enemies is insane in PvP and PvE as well, and other units like Kazuyo. Seriously, I totally neglected them, and that was a mistake. I started pulling like crazy, massive mistakes. Speaking of pulling, I think you know this already, but honestly, these banners are such a bait. Biggest bait that I have seen in gacha gaming. Freya, Masia, totally ignore these banners. Ignore every banner. The only banner is the permanent banner. I hope that you know this already. Honestly, what a massive mistake. And look at the probabilities. All the best units are here. Personally, what do I think are the best units in the game after playing for 3 full days? Lily and Mio, in my opinion, are the god units. After that, Heinrich and Real Mocha. Super, super good. And then Beyontin. Those are the 6 units, 5 units, top 5 units in the game right now for me personally. Then of course, other units like Rosa, she's my wife, she's amazing. Rosa is extremely good, Freya is extremely good, Klaus is also top tier, Tsukiyomi amazing, Helki super good, Doki Doki is also really good. and link luo we're gonna have as well, and it's also really good. Of course, like every SSR unit is good. It wouldn't be good if it wasn't. It's a SSR unit because it's really good, right? And I'm surprised Kraken and Grey and Marvel are not SSR units because they are as good as this one, or sometimes even better. Now, yeah. So honestly, don't waste your currency. I will say more. This game is about studying composition, or at least learning from the best, right? So if we come here to this book, this is the book of knowledge. And this knowledge is so important because we can see here the best teams in global or in your server at the moment, right? And with this we can learn so much. What is this telling me? That all these units that we were saying are top tier units because they are clearing the faster, right? Even more, furthermore, it's super important that you build one role first, and then after that you go and build the next. But don't start spreading your resources. I did that. Massive mistake. For example, here what we can see is that they have a really good DPS, which is, I think, is the top thing to do. First of all, invest in your DPS. Lian, we will get Lian for free and it's part of the story. Fine. Real Mocha or any other DPS, or maybe it's Lian. Lian is key. Invest in your DPS first, whoever that is, and then after that, invest in supporting that DPS so that they can succeed. For example, what Grey is doing here, which is an SR unit, which you're gonna have as well, is increasing the crit rate, decreasing the defense, and doing good damage. By increasing this crit rate and decreasing the defense, is just amazing. Like, this combo is amazing. It's the same that Beyonce is doing, similar to what Beyonce is doing, which is also, increasing the crit damage and increasing the attack. So it pairs really well with Grey. So, like, yeah, focus on those bonuses and helping your DPS succeed. Like, having two DPSers, for example, I don't think it's needed. I think it's better to support them with other units. And we can see that by going to the book. We can come here to the Terromaton, and then there you go. Beyontin is here as well. Dina is here. Grey is here. And Dieting, the units that we were saying. These units are so powerful. Lily is here as well. So yeah, focus on investing on one unit first, then other units. I spread myself way too much. I have like Masia, I have Lian, I have Rosa. Yeah, fantastic units, but like my account could be way better if I knew this already. Now, another thing that I would say with the modules is use the loadout feature. This feature is saving me so much time, and you can do it here by clicking in this icon, modules, and here. And then you can compare the whole set on the right hand side. You can compare the final result, by the way. So something really good is that when you see the units, which is something that I would love to see changing, you can see here like you need to do some math. and this math is a bit annoying to me. Once you go to the loadout function, the math is done for you. So as you can see, with my best setup, I go to 219 speed and so on and so forth, right? So then 3000 attack, that's the total attack, right? So for example, if I go to Masia and I do the same with him, my max attack is 4,300, right? But if it's speed, it will only go to 212, right? Thanks to using the modules, I can already see the final value, and I can see the final count of the sets, So don't forget about shells have sets, your modules have set, use them wisely. I didn't, so yeah, that's why I'm sharing my mistakes. Another thing that I would say is the union. It's very important that every single day join a union, whatever that is, and don't forget to do your daily union, if anything, to help your guildies, to help your guild succeed. The arena as well. The arena has daily challenges, and I would suggest to max refresh the arena, or at least to remember that the arena has perfect lettuce. This lettuce, eat your greens. This lattice is so important, and so is the evolution lattice. Both of them are. So I would say doing arena, even if you fail, you are still going to get some currency. You don't need to win. You can just go in and quit if you are scared of the arena. But it's really important because it will really help your account. The Summit Arena as well, the one that is RTA, is also fantastic because it will give you currency even for participating. Even if you lose, you will get currency. So they want you to play the game. And with this currency, you can get really good items like fragments of lettuce. I think those are my biggest mistakes. I was rushing too much. This game is about being patient. This game is about building your team and planning in advance. And I didn't plan in advance. I was YOLOing everything. I invested money. I made so many mistakes, and that's why I'm sharing them with you so that we can learn from each other. And now tell me, what are your mistakes? What are the things that you did that you think is really important that we don't do? I would say one more in the event that we have at the moment. The watch out when you claim your dices, because I think you can only claim them once. And there is also an event to reset your, which for me is gone already. There was an event to reset your units. I cannot see it anymore. But yeah, just watch out with resetting too many units, because then there is no rollback. And that's it. Thank you very much. Until the next time. Cheerios. Bye bye.